Make sure you put your rubbish out. Make sure you put your rubbish out.
Nah. Oh, got a yogurt. Yeah, I would be asking you to make some more thumbnails, but I've broke my phone. So I've kind of learned how to make them myself on an app called Pixelage.
In A New Hope, Obi-Wan Kenobi's life was unexpectedly short once he fought Vader. According to the Now Legends book Kenobi, which covers his entire life, and how he spent speaking to Qui-Gon through the Force, he had learned how to transcend himself into the other world upon death. If Obi-Wan didn't die in A New Hope, then I believe the duel between him and Vader would have gone differently, and the rest of the story would have unfolded something like this.
Also, tell me if you need it. Yeah, I think I broke my phone.
Vader and Obi-Wan would meet. After decades of being apart, Vader's revenge would finally be fulfilled. As they dueled, Luke, Han, and Leia would run to the Millennium Falcon. As Han saw this battle take place, he knew he needed heavy support.
Mom!
He ran inside the Falcon and used the turret system to blast them all. As he turned to face both Obi-Wan and his former pilot.
You forgot my spoon. Stop smoking.
It's like a back.
Oh yeah, sorry.
As they would end up in the Millennium Falcon, the scene would be much similar to that in Qui-Gon, except this time, Kenobi would be the Jedi Master who was out of breath. As they sped off into hyperspace, the rest of the events in A New Hope would take place, where Obi-Wan would talk to Luke through a comlink rather than through the Force to guide his missile into the Death Star 4. Once the Death Star was destroyed and the ceremony ended, they all were aboard the Millennium Falcon, where Obi-Wan looked towards Luke as he rests his hand on his shoulder. It's time you use your plan. As he looked down in the cockpit, he tells him to set a course for the Dagobah system and drop the bomb. Once they reach Dagobah, Obi-Wan walks with Luke on the mysterious mountain. The rain and thunder building in the fog around them. When they see a little frog-like creature approach them, as Luke reaches for his lightsaber, Obi-Wan places a hand on his while continuing to look forwards. His eyes begin to swell with tears. Luke looks confused as he stares at this odd connection between this little green toad and old Ben. Embracing one another, he motions for Luke to follow him, apprehensive to enter the little hut that barely fit a grown man. Luke, Kenobi, and Yoda all sat inside, near the firelit pot that brewed something native to the The hours went by as Luke sat there, not saying a word, as if he didn't exist. Hearing stories about the Clone Wars, mixtures of laughter and despair filled with names they'd never heard before. Finally, the green frog says, "Oh, come here, honey." Kenobi turns and points at Luke. Yoda's eyes brighten as he mumbles under his breath, "The son of Skywalker." "This is Master Yoda," says Obi-Wan, telling Luke how he was his master at one point, and the Grand Master of all the Jedi. Yoda knew what this meant. The son of Skywalker must be trained. He must bring balance to the Force. Keeping his father's identity a secret, the two began to train Luke every day without breaks. He was either learning the art of sorcery from Obi-Wan or being taught how to harness his Force powers from Master Yoda. Luke would skip all side missions with the Rebels and focus completely on his training with the two Jedi Masters. He was learning very fast, just like his father before him. Luke was becoming the Jedi and he should have become when he came to control his emotions. The events of Bespin would never happen, where Luke would continue to train right up to the events of Endor, where he was given the acceptance by his Jedi Master that he was ready for the journey ahead of him. With the time that he was given, he exceeded their expectations, and he was given the rank of a knight, which was unusual. Luke was ready to face Vader at the end. However, someone stopped him as he boarded the ship on Dagobah. As Yoda called Obi-Wan and Luke to his hut, he told them that the Force will be with them, as he finally died after 900 years and became one with the Force. Obi-Wan told him that he was coming with him, telling him this was a battle with the Force, and together they would finally crush the Sith. As Luke and Obi-Wan sped through space, they neared the moon of Endor, where the plan was for Luke to get himself arrested by Vader, while Obi-Wan found a way inside. Knowing that the very sight of him would cause Vader to go into a raging frenzy, Luke snuck into Vader's ship. After all, he was very good at this. Once aboard the Death Star, Vader and Luke went to the elevator that took them to home. The events to take place would be similar as in the original timeline. However, now, as the Emperor spoke to them, Obi-Wan would show up at the entrance. With a look of shock on his face, Vader would turn around to ignite his lightsaber at Obi-Wan, while Obi-Wan stared in a calm yet surprised manner at the change of events. As Obi-Wan and Vader would meet one another at the center of the room, circling each other, lightsabers at the ready, he would turn to Luke and tell him to never be afraid. As Vader turned to his son, he would finally tell him, Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father. Where Luke would say, he told me enough. He told me you killed me. I am Lord. In a heat of fury, Skywalker searched his feelings and knew it to be true. He always somehow knew. Luke would summon his lightsaber and attempt to strike down the Emperor, who would have felt it and blocked it with his own. Now, I'm going to sidestep. We know from the canon book of the Sith that Palpatine has his lightsaber after Revenge of the Sith. The battle would be the greatest the galaxy had ever seen, if only Master Yoda were here in the front, would it have been an even more spectacular event. As Luke exchanged blow after blow with Palpatine, matching the Sith Lord's speed, he could tell he was being toyed with. The Emperor had an evil grin on his face the entire time, as if this was nothing more than the average challenge for him, urging Luke to use his hatred that the only way to kill him would be to unleash his fury and strike him down with all of his hate. As Luke continued to stay in the light, he heard a guttural noise as he stepped back and looked towards Obi-Wan. As Obi-Wan turned to Luke, he told him to let go. Luke's world would crumble before him. As Obi-Wan disappeared into the Force, Vader stomped on his clothing, curious as to what had just happened. Kenobi was dead. Without thinking, Luke leapt at Vader. His eyes looked different, as if full of something Vader had seen before. It was love and vengeance, notions that he knew only led to hatred, that consumed him long ago. As Luke spun and jumped around Vader, blocking his attack with powerful parries, he could feel the Emperor telling him to use his hatred, to let it fuel him. As he struck Vader down, his fury had fueled him just like in the original timeline. However, now, with a more powerful and controlled Luke, he used his unleashed powers to save the galaxy. Luke turned to the Emperor, with Vader laying at his feet, telling him, fulfill your destiny. The hate has made you never. I'll never kill the dark side. Only this time, he didn't throw his lightsaber away. He kept it clenched in his hand, as the Emperor told him, where Luke blocked the attack with his lightsaber and moved towards Palpatine, deflecting it back onto him, not stopping his advance. He knew the Emperor could feel his movement, so the only way to defeat him was with his own poison. Luke would allow the Force lightning to hit and course through his body as he dropped to one knee. Vader could feel the conflict grow within him as he watched his son cook from the inside. As Luke shrieked in pain, he knew if this were to work, he would have to let Palpatine become so transfixed within his own hatred that he would block out the possibility of an attack, just like in the original timeline with Vader. Luke would do it now. He outstretched his hand as hard as he could and used all the powers of the Force, like Yoda taught him, to pull Sidious towards him. Summoning Force Pull, he ignited his emerald green lightsaber into the Emperor's stomach. It had worked. Palpatine looked at Luke as his eyes began to flutter with red and yellow, the Force beginning to leave him as hard as he tried to stay. The
Yo, Danny, alright?
consumed him had become his failure. Palpatine fell to the floor, his robe billowing with the
Is your thing just like YouTube channel just Tolo? I legit can't tell. Or is it just Tolo Fortnite Mobile? No, it's just Tolo Dot. Oh, I've not saw this one. free build got some little clips from earlier. Wait, why am I not subscribed with notifications on? Oh, sorry about that. I think that's why I didn't see it. Oh, clean edits. You're using my favourite pickaxe as well. I couldn't think of anything else, so why not put something random? Yeah. Wait a minute. It's got 4 views. As soon as people get in my stream, I'm gonna spam your YouTube. Now, let's see the real test. You're not subbed to me. Thanks, bye.
Are you ready?
Welcome to Plex, a free streaming service that you can watch and discover your way. Get wild as hell, your way. Get all flirty.
We would be honored if you would join us.
You guys wanted fanfictions to return. I'm listening. I held off on doing them because I really liked covering the analysis of things in the films, at least lately, and bringing the comics to life is also really fun. So I kind of forgot about fanfictions for a bit, but at the heart of it, I've always loved putting out those kind of videos on this channel. So for those who know me best, my brothers from the start, the fanfictions get pretty wild and crazy for the newer people here. Some taking more believable turns, while others going fully cinematic, dramatic, and horror-filled. So do me a favor, let me know right now in the comments which type you like. The more realistic, or the more crazy, cinematic, and gory. And also at the end, get like between this. So the high ground. It's been made to be this invincible meme. And while it's funny as heck, I gotta say, if Obi-Wan didn't have the high ground, he would have definitely lost the battle. Now I'm dying to get into this fanfiction. It's been a while and I'm ready to go. So let's travel back through Rend of the Pit, back to Mustafar, and right to the point where Anakin and Obi-Wan faced off on their levitating robotic pod, just as the high ground was nearing. Now, if the movies were in line with the continuity of the comics, and you watch the video that I'm going to put out tomorrow, which will outline why exactly Anakin lost the high ground, it will aid in this fanfiction, so be sure to tune into that. Either way, then you'll know how much Anakin actually studied the high ground, and he knew this was the only reason that Maul lost to Obi-Wan, which was because of arrogance. Had Maul not let his guard down, he'd have reacted much faster to Obi-Wan's leap and taken advantage of the high ground that he had, leading us to a very different story today. However, Obi-Wan was not blinded by Maul's arrogance, so he had to get the high ground first. In this scene, where there is a long pause in the duel and Obi-Wan sees the high ground from the corner of his eyes, Anakin, this time, beats him to it, knowing where it'll end, and uses his unleashed dark side powers to jump faster to the top of the hill. Instead of lingering and pausing like he did. Remember, The dark side is what helped Anakin increase his speed and power against Dooku, ultimately killing him. With a smirk, Anakin shouts, "It's over, Master. I have the high ground." Obi-Wan knows he was too old and too slow. He should have reacted faster and seen the advantage sooner. Quickly, the thoughts of his younger years as a Padawan ran through his mind. Could he do it again? Only this time, with a younger apprentice. The last time he left Overmaul in such a circumstance was built by rage and vengeance that he had towards Qui-Gon's death. That's what fueled him, just like what fueled Anakin against Dooku. Could he do it again? He knew the dangers to his life and to the galaxy as a whole if he failed. He can't lose. He wouldn't lose. He must end this and end this now. He had to take Padme to safety and find Master Yoda, as he knew a dark presence was nearing.
Anakin, Chancellor Palpatine is evil!
Where Anakin stares down at Obi-Wan, telling him,
You underestimate my power!
Obi-Wan trusts in the Force and leaps over him just as he had over Maul. He knows he can win. I told you, Obi-Wan, not to underestimate my powers. You no longer can hold me back. As Obi-Wan looked up at Anakin, laying in pieces on the soil-encrusted high ground, Anakin moved down from the lava bank, taking one last look at him. You were too weak. I was always stronger than you, and now you failed. Finally, the Jedi will be no more. Looking above, he sees the Soaring shuttle, Sidious, land near Padme's ship. As Palpatine gets out, he sees Padme laying on the ground, far away near R2-D2. With a scowl, he approached her, fingers curled, like a spider's dead leg. As Anakin raised his lightsaber up to the fire-burnt sky, Obi-Wan looked up into the eyes of his successor, and he smiled, for he saw a small tear in Vader's eye. He knew that Anakin would return. Maybe not now, or anytime soon for that matter, but his best friend and brother was still there. As Vader closed Obi-Wan's eyes for the last time, he left them there to smolder near the lava bank. Uncertain of his emotions, she's pregnant! As they hoisted Padme's lifeless body to the medical bay, Anakin followed when Palpatine grabbed his arm. As Anakin shrugged off Palpatine's hand, he ran to follow Padme. Examining her vitals, the streams began to flow from his eyes, as the droids told him.
She suffered from a concussion, sir. There is internal bleeding. She has passed away approximately 17 minutes ago. There is nothing we can do. We are sorry.
Holding Padme's head, he screamed for her to wake up. Come back to her, that he's sorry, that he'll leave everything behind for her. Anakin burst into tears, and as she lay there, lifeless, he collapsed to the floor, in pain. His heart was wounded. His scar would never heal. He knew it. As Palpatine stood in silence within the shadows, as all the Imperial officers looked on behind the glass, Anakin caught glimpses of him watching his sorrow like a wounded animal. Unleashing the rage within him with the yell of pain, suffering, and sadness, he exploded a powerful shockwave of terror in the room, crushing everything in sight. The officers behind the glass all held their throats as their eyes began to bulge from their sockets. Palpatine smirked, entering the room as his cloak flowed behind him, saying,
Seems in your anger, you killed her.
As Anakin reached out with the Force to kill his master, he suddenly stopped. It was too late. He realized everyone was gone. Sidious was all he had left. Without him, he was an empty vessel, with no one to connect with. From this moment on, his suffering was flame that burned like frost within his very soul. He was forever indebted to the dark side. His wife, dead. His child, dead. Anakin Skywalker, too, was dead with them. The Jedi will pay for what they did to his life. They always denied him the knowledge, the rank of Master would have allowed him to enter the restricted section of the Jedi Temple and learn the power. of immortality, to save the ones he loved. But they did not respect him. They did not respect his talents, and they did not believe he was the chosen one. He vowed to search the galaxy for all remaining Jedi that slipped through Order 66. He would travel the galaxy far and wide to learn the ways of the Force, as far as into the unknown region, and whatever mysteries lies within. As he faced the ground on his knees, the red and yellow in his eyes burning so hot, he felt his face were going to melt off the bone. Let it, he thought. Nothing would stop him now, for he was the most powerful Sith in the galaxy. Palpatine knew this. He knew this. And in time, the galaxy would know the destiny of Anakin Skywalker, unfolding in the sands of time. As he rose to meet Palpatine's face, towering over its master, he spoke.
What is thy bidding, my master?
So, what did you guys think? I'm eager to know. Would you like a part 2? If you want me to continue, then hit like and we'll go from there. I tried to make it a little different than the usual Luke and Leia being born and then turning to the dark side and so on, which is kind of boring. So this way Vader was really alone and now can become so much more powerful in the dark side through his suffering. Was really alone and now can become so much more powerful.
What's good, since he got like 3 people in this party.
Power off. Hello? Hello? Who, me? Yeah.
You want my circle? Oh, by the way. Master. Wait, come and join back in a minute before I have to go to internet. Right? Alright,
I'll join now.
Wait, come and join that.
Even though I'm streaming on the highest MP and I'm watching my laptop, I'm on 14 ping. Yeah, I'm joining.
Well, I'm already streaming them, but I need some people who are...
By the way, I'm only just getting up after that.
Wait, if we're just warming up, yeah? Because I only just got on playing. put it on creative. We'll do a quick couple of 1v1s.
I want to do party videos too.
Nah.
Nah, just get
No, everyone teams in it, George. I'm not because it gets really annoying.
just play King. It will help you get warmed up, it helps you with time. Literally all my games I just go on party, solo, FAS.
Yeah, I go on solo FFA, not party.
Now but solo, guess what?
What?
I won all 4 rounds. I was so close to winning 3-5.
That's enough. Kind of.
I'm trying to get myself good.
Hopefully we're not grounded tomorrow.
Or I'm grounded, I can tell you that. Literally, I've had my phone and everything. Phone, iPad, gone is there. And soon I'll be off because Jake's
Ask if you could to share.
He won't let me.
There's another dark bomber in here. And there's a black knight.
Yeah, well, Keegan has the black knight and shit. So it's fine.
What did
It
you
might
say?
be a little sweat.
What were you about to say?
Wait, is this solo?
No, it's duo. Well,
It's
yeah,
on the same
no, it's
team.
solo, but party FFA. Killed someone. Are you that turkey skin?
What?
Are you that turkey skin still?
Yeah. What the hell? I died for luck. Oh yes, Kieran, I'm spectating you. Do you want to kiss right now?
Ah!
Oh,
What a sprayer!
literally, I saw that. I was